Good afternoon, San Angelo. Joining me today is pitcher for the state champion Wallhawks, Gage Reichenau. Gage, how are you feeling, man?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Glad you could make it in. Now, I understand that you recently received an award named to a pretty prestigious one. In fact, the Texas High School Baseball Coaches Association Super Elite Team for all of 3A. You were the MVP.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Truly is a big honor, and I'm very blessed to receive this.
Now, this is kind of like, for those out there who don't quite understand it, this is kind of like a higher level of like an all-district award. You know, it's just at the state level. And because 3A is broken into two different divisions, that's a lot of baseball players that you were just named MVP of, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Truly is a big honor, and I'm very blessed to have received this.
Yeah, and not to leave guys out, along with that, Gunnar Dillard did win the Golden Glove, and Kellen Oliver was named to that team as well. So congratulations to all these Wallhawks. But Gage, let's get into it, man. Wall set out with a goal. Y'all were hungry this year, and you accomplished it. You did what few ever do. You claimed a state championship.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Coming off of last year, losing the second round, we had a pretty big job to do this year, and we came in with full confidence, knowing that we had to achieve something from the 2023 season after getting second place. But going into this season, we knew that we had the team to do it, and we went and took care of business.
Well, let's talk about that playoff loss for a second last year. It was complete. It was not expected to happen. Someone would even call it an upset, but I feel like in the playoffs, most series are 3-game series, right? This one was a 1-game series. So it was like, all right, we're going for all the marbles. It's like it comes down to a coach flip, and whatever the coach decides is what you get. And Coach Gordon is notorious for losing those flips, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, because in this playoff run, there was also a couple like that where it was 1-game series. And it just so happened that every time there was a 1-game series in this playoff run, you were pitching, man.
Yes, sir. Yep. It definitely puts a lot more pressure on you, like 1 games. But we knew that we were the better team going into, especially against Henrietta, going into that game. So we knew we were the better team, and we just knew that we just had to play our game, and at the end of the day, good things will happen.
Right. Well, and going back to this year's playoff run, not only did you overcome a 1-game series early on, you also had to beat the guys that beat y'all in 2023, Boyd, and last year's defending champions, right? Mm-hmm. So that was an incredible series, start to finish. Y'all took game 1. You were pitching that game, correct?
Yes,
yeah.
Yep.
They took game 2 in a real solid offensive performance by Boyd, but in game 3, man, little to no rest. I know you didn't start that game, but you definitely finished it.
Right. Yeah. Definitely going into that game, my arm was definitely tired, but I wanted to get the job done because, it just sent us to the state finals, and I've always wanted to send our team to the state finals, and so I was willing to do whatever I could for the team.
Right. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. What I'm talking about was the actual semifinal thing. I think Boyd was that. It was the quarterfinals there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially because after that game 2 loss in the semifinals, you had to drive Stephenville, drive home, drive back, and I know that the team got to stay, but shout out to those parents who couldn't, right? They just came back.
Oh,
I was one of those guys, man. I drove home that night, and then I drove back to Stephenville the next day.
Yes,
but overall, an incredible season. But man, let's get into to you personally. Let's talk about your baseball journey for a little bit. I talked to your dad a little bit yesterday. He bragged on your work ethic. I know it hasn't always been the easiest road, finally getting to the point where you are the guy that Wall relies on.
Right. Well, growing up, I was always on the B team, and I honestly didn't really start pitching until my high school came. I first started out as a center fielder, and then I eventually evolved into a shortstop, second baseman, third baseman. But I definitely knew that baseball was going to be my sport. Growing up, I knew I wanted to be, especially after the 2019 team winning state. I wanted to be those guys when I was younger, and so I knew that it was going to take a lot of work to get to that point. And just for all the younger ones out there, never give up. Just always keep working. Always strive for a goal, and eventually good things will happen. So just never give up. But it was definitely fun, and I've been working hard, and so I'm glad it finally paid off.
And that hard work shows in your actual performances too. Went undefeated when you were starting on the mound. Had below a 1 ERA. What was that? It was like
0.69.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's crazy, man. It's like teams did not want to see you, right?
Right.
Yeah. And not to mention this, and like it's something that I want to brag on you for. You're one of the few pitchers in the state that when you get on that mound, you don't usually come off. Like you had one of the most, if not the most complete games pitched throughout the season.
Right, and that's one thing I'm really good at is keeping my pitch count low. I'm always trying to throw strikes and like let the hitters prove that they can hit.
Right.
And so, because I always want to keep my pitch count down and go as long as I can. That's always been like a goal for me.
Well, and it definitely helps when you have a solid defense back.
Oh, no doubt, best defense.
Yeah,
best defense.
Man, well, tell me a bit what it's like playing with a D1 athlete, but behind the plate.
No, it's definitely awesome. Like getting him behind the plate and being able to catch me all season. And during our lessons that we take, he's always in there and he'll catch a bullpen for me and stuff. So as the season's gone on, we've really built that relationship, and it was amazing having him behind the plate.
For those of you who don't remember, Gunnar Dillard was the catcher for the Wallhawks this year. Not only was he the Golden Glove recipient on this award list we're talking about, but he also is a D1 commit to the University of Oklahoma. He's going to be playing for the Sooners. Hopefully he's going to be starting sooner rather than later, right?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
He's excellent at catcher. I think he's an even better hitter. He even came in relief and closed out some games for the Hawks on the mound. But I bet it was pretty awesome playing with a guy like that. And talk about like his leadership, your leadership, just overall team. Do you consider yourselves one of the leaders on the team?
I do. I feel like being the main guy on the mound, I feel like I really got to like carry myself. Because if I'm not throwing strikes, then the team like morale is down, and when I'm throwing strikes, getting hitters out, then it like really encourages like the offense to like want to go out there and hit and like back me up. And so I feel like it's definitely like a major role and a big part being like the pitcher for this team.
Are you a big fan of the DH, or do you like having your own at bats?
I mean, I like it, but I don't, because I like to stay fresh for the mound and not have to go out and hit and run and all that stuff. But it definitely is fun getting my at bats. But when I'm DH4, I'm 100% locked in on the mound. Don't have to worry about hitting. Just
get to focus on one thing at that point.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because pitching, like some people might not really realize it, but it's almost as much of a mental game as it is actually physically delivering the ball, right?
It really is, because you can get behind a hitter and be like, oh no, he's up 3-0. If I throw one more ball, I'm gonna walk in. Like, you just got to be thinking like pitch after pitch, like where am I gonna throw this pitch, like where am I gonna locate it, and like how am I like gonna like just finish the pitch, and just one pitch at a time. Don't think, oh no, I got one more pitch and I'm gonna walk in a run or anything like that.
And let's get into that a little bit more. What's the psyche like when, let's say, you give up 3 hits in a row, maybe you give up a couple runs? Like how do you deal with that?
It's definitely not ideal, but I'll definitely go behind the mound, take a deep breath. Everything's all right. I got a great offense. I will back me up. I got a great defense. I'll also back me up. And I just know that everything's going to be all right. Don't need to over worry, because then that's when it starts to snowball, and then you'll give up another hit and then another hit, and then eventually like you're out of the game.
Right.
But
and what does that feel like when you know the coach is coming out to get you? You're just like,
I know, like, let me go one more.
You're like, nah, coach, I got it.
Yeah.
Speaking of coaches, let's talk about Jeremy Gordon real quick. Hired last season, just finished his second one, obviously, state championship coach now. What's it like playing for Coach Gordon?
Oh, he's awesome. The age difference isn't really like a lot between like us and him, and so he likes to kind of like fit in with us and like be like live his teenage days again. But he's awesome, great coach, and same thing with Coach Lynn and Coach Wayman. Love those guys, and it was good to have him as a coach this year.
Right, and he seems like super laid back, but it's like whenever it's needed, he's the most serious guy on the field. Right?
Oh yeah. When stuff isn't going right,
watching him get fired up.
Oh yeah. He'll get fired up, but at the end of the day, all 3 coaches know that they truly love us, and that we're playing for a good coaching staff.
Yeah. Funny enough, I actually played for Coach Wayman back in my Central days. He was a coach at Central. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
So anytime I'm out there, he's always like, Chadwick, get over here. You
Right,
know? And I'm like, yes, sir. You know.
Yeah.
It brings it all back.
Right.
Yeah. He was one of my football coaches. So
Cool.
But other than that, man, like going into next season, like you accomplished the goal of winning a state championship. What's next for the Wall Hawks? Is it just, hey, we need to repeat? Do y'all have any other, like, I know you're all losing a couple guys that are real important this season. So what's, I know the overall goal is going to be let's repeat and win another state championship, but what else do you want to accomplish?
That's definitely the overall goal, is to go right back to Del Diamond. That's the main goal, and we're not like pressured, like, oh no, like we need to go back. Like, we're just gonna play our game just like we did this year, and we'll know at the end of the day we're gonna have a great team, and that the odds aren't against us to go right back.
What's it like playing at Del Diamond and like at a ballpark that's historic and it's big? You know,
It
there's
really
a lot
is.
of people there.
It felt really open when I got on the mound. It just felt like it was just me, and then just like everyone surrounding me. So it definitely was different than like playing like at Wall or like somewhere else. But I mean, it was an awesome experience. Glad I got to experience that.
Yeah, it prepares you a little bit maybe for the future, playing some college ball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Maybe even some minor to major leagues.
Who knows?
Hey, guys out of San Angelo have done it before. Davis Martin pitches for the White Sox, so
That's right.
that is definitely one of those that it'd be great to see another guy from our area get out of here. But I don't know, man. That's definitely something. Like it'd be able to say that you've lived through that and you accomplished what you wanted, and now you're because you're not even a senior yet.
Right.
Like you were a junior last year, going into your senior year. If you accomplish that again, what do you think that's going to do for your recruiting chances? Like, and actually, let's back that up a little bit. What are your college aspirations here?
Well, I definitely want to go pitch in college. Right now, I'm thinking start at a junior college and eventually go bigger from there. So that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. But
is that your preference?
It depends.
Yeah.
Junior college is like ideal right now. It's like the most like ideal situation right now. But obviously, if any like D1s, ASU, like any of those,
I mean, you go 16-0 again.
right? Yeah.
You might have Coach Brooks calling you.
There's no telling.
I might have to yell at Coach Tadlock up at Tech and be like, "Hey, I know a guy." You know?
right. Yeah. Well, it's definitely gonna be cool seeing where what coaches offer me, what coaches talk to me, and so it's gonna be fun.
Have any colleges expressed interest yet?
Yes, a few have. Not really like any like specific ones, but there have been a few that have reached out. But I'm excited to see like what they have to offer and what other schools have to offer as well.
Is that one of the reasons why you're so heavily invested in like summer ball right now?
Right. Yep. Because the main reasons why people play summer ball is because to continue getting reps, and for also more college coaches are going to be at those like big tournaments up in like Dallas, Austin, Houston area, and so that's like the main reasons why I'm playing. Just get the reps, get the coaches out there, and just get my name out there.
So for your senior year, because you're so successful at baseball right now, what does that mean for any other sport that you might want to play?
Well, so I've recently decided that I'm not going to play football for my senior year.
Oh, and I bet you Coach Slaughter would love to hear that, huh?
I know, yeah. But Coach Slaughter, he was really supportive about it, and he believed that I was doing the right thing because he knows that like I got a future for like baseball, and he wants me to go all out on that. And so I'm going to be spending all this like off season, instead of playing football, doing like drills, workout related, like baseball related workouts, and just getting after it, getting ready for the senior year.
Well, cool, man. I want to talk about a couple more things. Just get your overall thoughts on it. For all the aspiring pitchers out there, especially because you said you didn't start until you were in high school, what would you say is the best way to prep yourself for that? Like, let's say you don't have a big pitching background in Little League. Like, how do you basically turn into a pitcher within 2 years?
Well, it was kind of just out of the blue. The coach put me on the mound, and he saw me that like, man, maybe this guy can actually pitch. And so I started going all in, like on pitching, doing like lessons with pitching, and working on different like off-speed pitches, like changeup, curveball, slider, stuff like that. And other coaches like believed that I had like a future for like pitching, and so I went all in on pitching. I just got back from the Texas Baseball Ranch, which is like a pitcher's boot camp, And so they set like all these goals, get you on a track, man, and stuff. And so they really believe that like my future is like bright for pitching. And so that's kind of how it just all started.
What's that velocity looking like right now?
I'm sitting like mid 80s, like 84, 85, 86. So I'm hoping by like senior year to get like up there in the 90s.
I mean, that'd be sick, man.
Would be,
that's when you got real eyes looking at you, right?
Right.
Okay, well then let's go into this. How important is velocity when the control's not quite there, right?
Well, that's the thing. That's why I'm hoping like this like off season I'm gonna develop the velocity, but also keep the command, because I know I'm a strike thrower, but I would rather throw mid 80s and throw strikes than throw 90s to mid 90s and not throw a strike. So definitely trying to build that velocity, but also keep the command there as well.
So do you think the command, because that's a skill in and of itself, do you think that's more talent, or can you really train to the point where that ball is going to go exactly where you want it to?
Oh yeah, you can definitely train and get to that. I mean, it definitely helps when you're born a strike thrower. Same thing, it definitely helps when you're born with velocity. But I mean, there's people out there that aren't born with command, that aren't born with velocity. But I mean, I truly believe that like anyone can like accomplish anything: command, velocity, off speed, if they put the work ethic in.
So what's your favorite pitch to throw?
I love throwing my fastball. I feel like my fastball is like really like firm. I also love throwing like my slurve ball. It's like a slider curveball mix, and I'm working on.
So explain that to everybody real quick.
Yeah, so it's just like a mix between like a slider and a curveball. It just kind of.
And what is a slider?
A slider goes more like side to side.
Yep,
and
and
the
the
curveball
curveball
goes more
goes
down.
down,
So it's kind of like right in between.
Okay.
Right in between.
So just a lot of diagonal movement.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm currently trying to fix my changeup a little bit, get that more effective, and then I'm working on like a little split finger fastball to throw too.
Are you sure you don't want to pick up a knuckleball, man?
Man, I don't know about that. maybe further down
wild,
the road,
right?
but
yeah, you see those pitchers who either have a unique pitching style or they just throw some crazy junk that just can't be hit.
Right.
Like, how did you even come up with that?
I know it. It's crazy, but maybe further on down the road. But.
Yeah. All right. Well, like as you're going to be one of the seniors on this team here pretty soon, but that means you got a lot of young guys coming up. Who should the Hawks fans and the people of San Angelo and Wall be excited to watch next year?
Oh, I believe everyone. We got some younger guys coming up that were like the JV call-ups from this year. I mean,
any specifics that are just standouts?
Definitely, I think all of them, to be honest.
I'd love to hear that.
Like Jack Jays, Gunnar King, and like Noah King, Braylon Nelson, like all of them. They're going to be exciting to watch this year. And then, of course, all the juniors returning are going to be exciting to watch this year as well.
So talk about some of those guys real quick. Obviously, it's you and Kellen. Hagen's coming back. Hagen Barbie.
Reed Ballard, third
Reed
baseman.
Ballard.
He was the other pitcher for us, and
he basically was the other side of that coin.
Right. Yeah, him, and then Kellen. So those will be like our three like starters coming back. Like all of our pitchers are coming back. Like even our relievers, like Brady Neal, Wyatt Jones, Kyler O'Neill. Like they're all just gonna get better, and we're like having our whole pitching staff coming back. So that's gonna be fun. And then Jacob at second, and then
That's Jacob Braden.
Yeah. And then Lawson Dankworth. He was just a freshman last year, so
I know.
So he's got a bright
stepped
future.
up big time, man.
Big time.
And you could tell at the beginning of the playoffs that he was a little bit nervous, but had a huge hit against Boyd, had a huge hit in the semifinals.
Oh yeah.
And then he got a hit in the state game too. I was so excited for him. Pretty good down there. At first base,
awesome. It's awesome seeing him out there.
Couple other names out there that I saw. Once some of the seniors got hurt, who got called up?
So when Garen Wiggins was hurt
in
left field, Kyler O'Neill went out there and left, and he played an amazing left field, had some very clutch at-bats, and so shout out to him because, I mean, he did nothing but his job. He stepped up and got the job done. So.
Isn't that just a true testament? Like for the guys out there who don't necessarily start right now, if you put in the work ethic and you get your opportunity, it will work out.
That's right. Yep. And so that's what happened. Kyler was waiting for the call up, waiting to go out there and play, and he took advantage of his like time out there. And so he got the starting job. Like when Garen got hurt, Kyler came in, replaced it perfectly, and so he got the job done.
All right, man. Well, anything else you want to talk about here? You want to promote anything? You want You want to give a couple shout outs or anything? The floor is yours right here, man.
Man, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to next season with the boys. It's gonna be a fun run.
All right. Well, again, this has been Gage Reichenau. I'm going to call him the ace of the Wall Hawks because that's pretty much what he is. MVP of the 3A Elite Super Team by the Texas High School Coaches Association. Huge honor. Incredible accomplishment as well.
Thank you.
College coaches out there, this dude can play. Throws complete games, keeps his pitch count low, strikes high. I know, it just seems like I'm bragging on you this morning, right?
Right.
All right, well, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right.